Ever wonder who started Black History Month? You might be surprised to learn it was not just a bunch of hashtags and social media campaigns. No, it all goes back to one incredible man who defied the odds and fought to reclaim a stolen narrative. Let's meet the forgotten architect of Black history, Carter Godwin Woodson. Early life and education. Born in 1875 in New Canton, Virginia, just 10 years after the end of slavery, Carter's upbringing was far from privileged. His parents, former slaves, faced the harsh realities of Reconstruction, and young Carter experienced the sting of racial discrimination firsthand. Despite these challenges, Carter possessed an insatiable thirst for knowledge. He worked odd jobs to support his family, but dedicated every spare moment to learning. He devoured books, mastered common school subjects by the age of 17, and at 20 enrolled in high school, completing his diploma in a mere 2 years. This relentless pursuit of education laid the foundation for his future achievements. A scholar's journey from Kentucky to Harvard. Carter's hunger for knowledge didn't stop with high school. He earned a bachelor's degree in literature from Berea College in Kentucky, later becoming a school supervisor in the Philippines and traveling extensively. This global exposure broadened his perspective and fueled his desire to challenge the historical narratives dominated by white voices. His thirst for academic rigor led him to the University of Chicago, where he obtained a master's degree. But his ambitions couldn't be contained even by this prestigious institution. Carter set his sights on Harvard University, a place where no Black American had earned a PhD in history before him. Against all odds, in 1912, he shattered barriers and became the second Black American to achieve this academic milestone. This academic journey shaped Carter into a dedicated scholar, deeply invested in unearthing and amplifying the untold stories of African Americans. Unearthing a buried history. Woodson's academic pursuits led him to a shocking realization. Black history was largely absent from mainstream academia and public discourse. This wasn't an oversight, it was a deliberate attempt to erase the contributions and experiences of African Americans from the national narrative. Fueled by a fierce determination to reclaim and celebrate Black history, Woodson dedicated his life to shining a light on the often silent stories of his people. He recognized the immense power of historical narratives in shaping national identity and believed it was crucial to challenge the prevailing whitewashed versions of history, building a platform for Black voices. In 1915, Woodson took a monumental step. He founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. This groundbreaking organization became a critical hub for research, scholarship, and public education about Black history. It provided a platform for Black scholars to share their research, challenge biases, and disseminate accurate information about African American experiences. Just a year later, in 1916, Woodson launched the Journal of Negro History. This publication revolutionized the field of historical scholarship by offering Black scholars a space to publish their research and challenge the prevailing narratives about African Americans. The journal served as a vital resource for educators, students, and anyone seeking to learn about the rich and complex history of Black people in America. These two institutions marked a turning point in American historiography. They paved the way for generations of Black scholars to make their voices heard and ensured that Black history could no longer be ignored. Negro History Week and Black History Month. Perhaps Woodson's most enduring legacy is the creation of Negro History Week, established in 1926. This week-long celebration, later expanded to Black History Month, aimed to counter the negative stereotypes and historical omissions surrounding African Americans. Through lectures, public events, and educational initiatives, Woodson hoped to instill a sense of pride and self-knowledge within the Black community, while simultaneously educating the broader public about the rich and complex history of African Americans. He believed that by celebrating Black achievement and resilience, he could challenge the prevailing narratives of white supremacy and fight for racial equality, impact, and beyond. A catalyst for change. He single-handedly transformed the landscape of American history by placing Black experiences at the center of national discourse. His legacy extends far beyond Black History Month. He paved the way for generations of Black scholars, activists, and artists to reclaim their narratives and challenge the systems of oppression that continue to plague society. Engaging with criticisms, a great legacy. Woodson's work emerged in a time when Black voices were systematically silenced and opportunities were severely limited. His focus on individual achievement served as a source of inspiration and self-empowerment for a community struggling for basic recognition and rights. Additionally, his advocacy for assimilation should be seen as a strategic response to the prevailing attitudes of the time, aiming to demonstrate the value and contributions of Black individuals within the existing societal framework. Carter's life and work serve as a powerful reminder that history is not a passive record of the past. It's a living narrative that we actively shape through our actions, scholarship, and engagement. Let's honor Woodson's legacy by continuing to study, celebrate, and fight for a more inclusive and equitable future, where Black history is not just a month-long commemoration, but an integral part of the American story, taught and acknowledged throughout the year.